Hello everybody, I'm Melissa Jackson, your Norwex Independent Sales Consultant, and in this video I am going to put to test the Clorox wipes versus the Norwex EnviroCloth. So before Norwex, my family and I, whenever we would have a dirty counter, if it was in our bathroom, our kitchen, wherever, we would have normally reached for these Clorox wipes. And someone asked me if I have ever read the back of the Clorox wipes, and I never did, so they read the back to me and I was like, what? So if you've never read the back of your Clorox wipes, I recommend that you do. So I'm just going to read what the back of this one says. So it says to wipe your hard, non-porous surface with a sheet until the surface is visibly wet. Allow the surface to remain wet for 10 minutes. Let air dry. Then it says, rinse food contact surfaces with clean water after disinfecting. So in order for these to work correctly against staph or strep throat, bacteria, salmonella, flu virus, influenza, you have to take a wipe and wipe your surface, keeping it visibly wet, and keep wiping that surface for 10 minutes. And then if your food's going to come into contact, your kids' hands, your hands, anything that's then going to go into your mouth, then you have to wipe that surface off then with like a rag and water. So that's kind of a crazy thought that we were not using these correctly. So just kind of gross to think all that chemical residue then is sitting on your surfaces then when you go to cook your food or that's going into your mouth, your kid's mouth, your pet's mouth. So yeah. So during this demonstration, again, I'm going to be using the Clorox wipes, and I have a Norwex EnviroCloth. And my EnviroCloth is already wet. All I have on it is water. So water and an EnviroCloth. And then to do this test, I have Glow Germ and a black light. So Glow Germ is what's used like when nurses go to nursing school and they try to teach them how to properly wash their hands. They put some of this Glow Germ on their hands and have them wash their hands, and then they shine the black light on their hands to see how much of that dirt, bacteria, germs are still on their hands. So I'm going to be doing that on the surface. On my surface here, this Glow Germ is going to represent your dirt, your bacteria, your germs. So we'll see how well the Clorox wipe wipes that up versus the EnviroCloth. So first I'm going to get my camera ready here. Alright, so I'm first going to shut the light off just to show you what my surface looks like before we get started. So you don't really see much, just kind of a white surface. So first I'm going to take some of this Glow Germ. I'm going to kind of mush it up here a little bit. Wipe my hand off. And I'm just going to show you now what the surface looks like with that Glow Germ on it. So you can definitely see that Glow Germ compared to the other surface. Can you see that? Alright, yeah. Turn my light back on. So I'm first going to reach for a Clorox wipe. And I'm just going to go and kind of clean up this dirty area. So normally when I would go and reach for my Clorox wipes, I would not just clean that one area. I didn't want to waste my wipe. So I would wipe the whole surface here and just clean it all. I've got this clean wipe because to me, the surface looks wet. So it looks clean, right? It's wet. That's how I thought. So I'm going to turn the light off here and we'll take a look. So that glow germ is everywhere. I have now spread that germ, that bacteria, everywhere here on my counter. Can you see that good?
Yeah.
So pretty crazy that the surface looked wet. It looked clean to me, but I have now spread it everywhere. If I were to take another Clorox wipe and wipe the surface, I'm sure I could clean some of that glow germ up. And I'm sure if I took another wipe and wiped it again, I could clean even more up. So just to see what this glow germ looks like on the Clorox wipe there. So again, if I took a couple more Clorox wipes, I could probably clean some of that up. But think of how much more chemicals you're putting on the surface there. How much more chemical residue will be left on that surface. So I'm going to leave the lights off here. I now have my EnviroCloth with just water, and I'm just going to wipe a little area here. So I don't know if you can see where I have wiped with this EnviroCloth, there is not any glow germ there. So I'll let you can see here all that glow germ, and now where I've wiped with the EnviroCloth, there's none. So I'm going to continue wiping the surface now with my EnviroCloth. You can see it all in my EnviroCloth here, all those tiny little microfibers that this cloth is made of. Has grabbed them all and has them in the cloth. It's not spreading them around the surface. You can see it here in the sink. So if you look here, there is hardly any glow germ. My rag's pretty wet here. So just to show you how well the EnviroCloth just cleaned all that glow germ up. So pretty crazy and pretty cool to see how well this EnviroCloth does clean up all that dirt, germ, and bacteria. That now when you're going to cook on your surfaces or prepare food, or kids' hands, your pets' paws are on your surface, to see how well that surface is cleaned up. And also keep in mind that the mop, any of our Norwex products that are made of the microfiber, they're all the same. So if I would do this glow germ test on the floor and wipe it with the mop, you would have the same results. So pretty cool. So thank you. I hope you learned something in this video.